Some time ago I did a video called Which Foot Down, and some people seem to think that it's not that helpful. Let's have a look. Hello there and welcome. Now we know as motorcyclists from time to time everyone may have fallen off or may still fall off. It's one of the inherent risks of riding a bike that every now and then you drop a bike. But what might just seem like just one of those things can actually have major safety implications. If you fall against the curb or you fall against a wall, you could do yourself a mischief with your body hitting it with the weight of the bike pushing you against it. And if you're on a right turn and you roll into the road, if there's a vehicle coming, then it's going to be very unpleasant indeed. So keeping control of your motorcycle is important. In these clips, fortunately, these riders were on left turns and they've fallen towards the gutter. Particularly when you're starting to ride a larger or a heavier motorcycle, foot placement and use of all your controls to bring the motorcycle to stop carefully is important. So how can we avoid these type of incidents from happening? Where you can, using the rear brake to finally bring yourself to a stop is generally the smoothest way to bring the machine to a halt. Use of the rear brake normally provides you with a much softer stop, so it gives you that extra time just to put your foot out and gently place it on the floor. If you're using your front brake too heavily as you come to a stop, there's every chance that the weight of that motorcycle, not only will it be going to the front, it'll be going to one of the two corners, whichever way you're leaning. That can cause the motorcycle to feel very heavy and very unstable, and this is the time when people very often drop their motorcycles. So tapering the front brake off towards the end, or completely losing the front brake as you come to that gentle stop on the rear brake, is much more helpful. One thing you have to consider when you come to a stop is the camber of the road. If by putting your left foot down, which is generally what is recommended in direct access and CBT training because you have access to the rear brake for your soft stop, if that foot won't touch the ground or you're leaning so far over that the weight of the bike is too much for you, then you are likely to drop the motorcycle. So therefore you have to consider putting the right foot down and leaving your gear foot, your left foot, up. That means of course that as you stop finally, you only have access to the front brake. And this is why gentle, smooth, accurate use of the front brake is so important to every motorcyclist. You cannot be stopping harshly or too heavily on that front brake because, as we've said, it can lead the motorcycle to fall. So the key here is that just before you stop, assess the road surface, know what the camber is, know if there's gravel or potholes, make a decision which foot you are going to put down. Another consideration you can have here is your road positioning. Why not stop in a slightly different position, providing of course you don't compromise your safety, so that you're not stopping on the part of the road that is cambered. When we consider our road positioning, safety is our priority and stability is very close behind it. A lack of stability compromises safety, so the two do overlap. Don't fall into the trap of always defaulting to a left position for a left turn just because that's what you've been taught. If the road surface isn't suitable for you and your motorcycle, then don't put it there. So having a discussion with new and inexperienced motorcycle riders about which foot should stay down and which foot should stay up is an important part of their safety. There's no point a new rider following a blind default set of rules and then falling off their bike because they thought they weren't allowed to put the other foot down. Keeping control of your motorcycle is very, very important, and rolling into the road is not safe. So remember to assess the road surface before you come to a stop, and do so by looking well up the road so you've got plenty of time to plan and make a decision as to whether you're going to change your road position or whether you are going to use the other foot and lose your rear brake in the process. So until next time, ride safe and take care.